Today on JD Cars, I'll be showing you how to hardwire your Valentine 1 in a BMW E90. I'll be using this MirrorTap MTX series hardwire kit. It includes everything you need, and best of all, it requires no soldering or crimping. The power source I'll be using is up in this roof console. So the first step to removing this console will be removing this little light cover here with a pry tool. And we can come in with our pry tool here, and there are two clips, one located near this light and one near this light. I'm just going to come in with the pry tool like so, and pry one side down and hold it with your hand so it doesn't pop back in, and we'll come into the other side here, push in on the tab, and the console will pop right out. So now that we've got the console popped out here, we're going to go ahead and disconnect all the connectors. So we'll just come to the back of the console here, and on each of these connectors you just have to press down on a little tab and pull it out to disconnect it. So once you've disconnected all these connectors, you should have your console loose here, so we can just set it aside for now. So we've got all the connectors here, and I think I'll be using this connector for my power because it has the beefiest cables and it should be the best power supply. Just looking at the bottom of the connector here, we've got a brown cable and a red cable, so I'm going to take a guess that the red is power and the brown is ground. So I'm going to grab my voltmeter and check this. So I've got my leads of the voltmeter plugged in here, and as you can see I have 12.1 volts. However, the problem is the car is off right now, which means the radar detector would always have power even when the car is off, and I don't want to risk draining my battery. So I'll use this ground, but I need to find a different power supply. So after further testing with the voltmeter, I found that this green wire with the white stripe is also 12 volts, and it's only on when the car is on. So that's perfect. I'll be tapping this brown wire for my ground and this green wire with the white stripe for my power. The MirrorTap kit comes with an assortment of different tap sizes, so I'm just going to see which size fits best. So the large tap fit nicely in this connector. It's a nice snug fit. Doesn't feel like it's going to fall out. And I'll use the large one on the ground as well. Alright, and I've got my ground tap installed there as well. So now we have power and ground for the radar detector. So now we're going to take the main power wire from this kit and we're going to plug in the ground like so, and then plug in the power like so. Now we can plug this connector into the radar detector, give the car power, and see if it works. So I'm going to plug in the Valentine 1 here, and here's the moment of truth when I start up the car. Alright, sweet, we got power. Just as a little safety precaution here, I'm going to take the included zip ties, and I'm going to zip tie each of the taps into place just so they don't go anywhere. So there's the ground, and we'll do the same with the power. Now I'll take some snips here, and I'm just going to clip off the excess zip tie. Just as another precaution, I'm going to tape these connectors here so they can't come unplugged. Okay, perfect. Now it's time to plug everything back into the console here and reinstall the console. As you can see, it's pretty close there. The connector almost doesn't reach because the taps are on two different connectors, but it just fits. Now before reinstalling this roof console here, I'm going to feed through the connector for the Valentine 1 under the headliner here and out towards the windshield. Now that that's fed through, we can go ahead and reinstall the roof console. And we can go ahead and reinstall this light cover here. So as you can see, the Valentine 1 is plugged in, powered up, and the installation is complete. Due to the short length of the lead on the tap kit, I did have to move the radar detector up from the middle of the windshield up to above the rear view mirror. However, I actually much prefer this look because it's much cleaner and it's much more hidden compared to having the radar detector mounted in the middle of the windshield. Anyways, that concludes this video. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please leave a like below and subscribe if you've yet to do so. Thanks, see you next time on JD Cars.